It worked! I'm also amazed on what I did. Hi everyone, it's us!
Hello, I'm crashing again.
I'm here for it. You can crash our party anytime.
Yes,
Thank you.
You make it a party.
It's not like it's your channel or anything.
I mean, yeah, come on.
Anyways, hey, hello. We're back. Welcome back to convention season. We should introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Jessica, aka as we say around here, a MLM dropout. I was in peer romance. If you don't know what that is, congratulations. We all know what that is way too intimately. No pun intended. Yeah, I'm Jessica. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just here pretending to be one for DC because I don't know how I got rolled into this. I just did. DC just gets me into a bunch of chaos and I love it. Like, our friendship is literally based on chaos and getting each other into the mud.
Love it.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you are not, Miss Ma'am. You are not wrong.
That's enough about me. Is my audio? I don't know. Literally, I don't know.
It's crackling a little bit. You want to adjust your cord, maybe?
Oh, okay. Is that a thing? Let me unplug it, replug it. So, goodbye.
Okay.
DC, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello, I am the passenger princess tonight. Again, I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I've been streaming since 2022, April, after I got out of Young Living Essential Oils and regret. I was also in 𝐔𝐒𝐄 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐍. So between February 2014 to April 2022, I was pro MLM, and now I'm trying to debunk stuff and either help people get out who feel stuck or maybe give people information so they don't end up joining like I did. So Jessica's kind of been keeping my channel alive along with Jen and Wendy. I've been taking a mental I've been having a kind of like a mental health crisis recently, so I'm not going to be here for the whole stream, but I'm happy to chat with everybody and be here for as long as I can.
You say that, then we're gonna get you laughing and you just won't be able to pull yourself away from me.
I believe it. I believe it.
I will just annoy everyone by constantly saying little inside jokes that literally only DC understands. We'll just annoy everyone all night and it will be a good time. Happy birthday, Sherry.
Yes, happy birthday.
Very happy birthday.
Is my mic better?
It sounds a little bit better to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be your cord. Your cord might be dying, so it might just be either it might have been loosened up or.
I mean, it's not a mic cord, it's a charging cord for the husband's phone.
That would be it. I think we solved that one.
Send Jessica a new cord. Got it on the to-do list.
Apparently, not a YouTuber did not know that you needed a Pacific Cornflower microphone. I've only had it a year now.
That's okay. Technical difficulties live here. We're you know, it just happens. It just happens.
So, hey everyone, I'm Wendy. I have never been in an MLM. I come from an actual sales standpoint. And I don't mean like actual as like derogatory. It's just like traditional sales, you know. But yeah, I started in retail, worked my way up to inside sales, which is where I'm at right now. So I like to go over the differences between traditional sales techniques and MLM techniques. I am recently divorced, so kind of living my best single life right now with my doggy. He's currently stealing my footrest, so I am curled up on my own chair.
Love that.
Okay, that's me. I am Mrs. Pico Speaks, or Jen. I too am an MLM dropout. I spent 8.5 years, more than 8 years, less than 9 years in Cincy, a couple months there. I am neurodivergent. I do all kinds of things. I'm a mom. I'm a student. I work. Well, right now I'm on disability leave for a few more weeks. I found out today that I'm grounded from driving, so that's exciting. I can't drive anywhere. I told my mom, I texted her, and I was like, You didn't tell me I'd be grounded from driving again. Like, I'm in my 30s now." And she's like, "I know." So, I am the resident BP expert. Bomb Party is my jam. I talk about it all the time with my friends here in the chat. I also, every 2 weeks, I do a Bomb Party update on my channel. There is some really interesting stuff now going on that's Bomb Party adjacent. There is their own subreddit that talks about Cupgate and Sweatshirtgate and all of the things that are going on adjacent to Bomb Party. But I will now be a literal passenger princess. DC and I text DC about that, and I was like, I want a crown. And DC gave me the great idea, and we decided I'm going to make a crown out of really crappy jewelry, which reminds me, I am test driving 6 pieces of BP jewelry to put it through the ringer and see what happens.
You are a brave person, Miss Ma'am.
It took 3 days for mine, so I'm surprised you've lasted this long.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what she said.
3 days, that's a marathon.
That's me.
Okay. And I'm not the passenger princess, so let me get my shit all together. So we're gonna I don't think this is what I thought I wanted, but oh well, we're gonna roll with it. I thought this was an introduction to Monation 2024 from Monate. Oh, we should introduce Monate. Monate is a multi-level marketing company that sells shampoo that has a interesting legal history. If you know, you know. There's just been a lot of money drama in the last 6 months. They've fired top reps. They've changed the comp plan while telling you that they didn't change it, even though, like, you can be like, here's the 2 different comp plans, they're not the same here. No, it's the same. No, bro, it's not. They fired the president, and he went on the stand and called it a pyramid scheme, right? Yeah, that
it was definitely
I think also a cult.
Yeah.
I think cult was also used. Yeah.
So Monate say slow burning dumpster fire. So we're gonna look at their Monation event that they just had a few weeks ago. This is titled Monation 2025. I thought it was an introduction to this year's Monation, but you know what? It's still gonna give us the vibe of what we're looking for. This is what they're claiming Monate will look like next year. So
Please tell me this is not what I think it
No.
is. Please tell me this is not how we're starting.
We might have to mute it.
why?
Because
That's
isn't that Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Oh, I muted it.
Okay.
How are they using that song?
Who knows?
And they're really adulterating Willy Wonka right now and associating it with Monet, the religious, like.
Are they?
I mean, Willy Wonka lost children and Monet loses your hair, so.
Oh, yeah, that's the
allegedly.
comparison. That makes so
Yeah.
much sense. Thank you for getting my brain back on track.
And
I
then
gotcha.
and then Willy Wonka kicks people out. So I mean,
Oh.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you messed up. You get booted at Willy Wonka.
You're right. Or you get turned into a blueberry or whatever. Like it just.
Mike,
It's very
Trunk,
creative.
little tiny Mike that had to be stretched out.
And only a few people make it there in the first place.
This music is creepy. I'm just gonna play a few seconds of it. But
Okay. They slowed it down to horror movie level.
yes, like
I'm just waiting for like the twins from The Shining to come out and be like, "You guys want to hang out?"
Monet, there's no magic in Monet, my dude.
Because they couldn't license Harry Potter.
Oh god.
No, since he got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god. I feel like this is the start of like a reality TV show like Vanderpump Rules or Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or something. Like this is very like that kind of scared a little bit.
So are they
Oh
no, don't.
What?
Not the food. And no, we're not.
Why would we
other
show someone
people.
eating food? Like what is happening? This is a hair company.
You know what's so weird? Going through the reels, I noticed a lot of food content, which is interesting because last year I pointed out how there was like no food at Monations because last year I found a girl eating an adult Lunchable for dinner one night.
Oh
So I
wow!
find it interesting that this year they had food trucks.
That people had to pay for.
Yes.
Well, first
Yeah.
they have to buy the ticket to go, and then they have to pay for the room. Then they have to pay for everything inside, and also no food for you. You have to pay for that too. You know when you go to like a business event and or like a real business, and you go onto a like a conference or a convention trip for them, you get your food paid for, you get your trip paid for, or it's like reimbursed after the fact. Like, and it's not.
You get a per diem.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times vendors want to take you out, or people that you do business with want to take you out to meals. It's not a I think the best thing they had pizza one night when we were at reunion at convention. Like everybody gets together and have pizza. I can go find my own meal. I don't need free pizza. So
yeah, like if I'm on a company trip, especially to somewhere I've never been to before, I want to eat at local places. I don't want to go to like a Domino's or a McDonald's. Like, okay, maybe for lunch if I'm hungry, but for dinner, like, let's go out.
Yeah. Magic happens You inspire us. Now,
Now let us inspire you. You haven't been doing that for 9 years. What's up? What's up?
This whole thing is just a nothing burger.
Yeah.
There's just no substance.
It's just a bunch of corporate jargon, like buzzwords.
This could be
Yeah.
a travel ad for the hotel where they're having it, like with the like restaurant and all that stuff. Like, how is this anything different than like a travel ad for
This could be Neela life right now. You know what I mean? Like this could be literally anything. It's not branded for Monet. It's not about hair. It's just
this has the marketing level of Fire Festival.
Listen, live chat. If you have not watched any of the documentaries on Fire Festival, you're missing out. I think one of them's on Netflix. Like there's 2 of them out there, and you have to watch both. It is a dumpster fire of all dumpster fires, and you're like, oh, is it that good? It's that good. It's that awful. You have to watch it.
Agreed.
Venue just, they're not selling that venue out. Give me a break.
Is that CG? Like, there's no way.
This year, like, not to spoil anything, but like the conference room that they were all in, like, it was so empty. Like, you could see the floor. Whereas, like, previous years, like, it was just shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not.
Every second counts.
Again, this looks like a Las Vegas show. Like you're going to go to Vegas and you're going to see a Cirque du Soleil show, or you're going to see some other choreographed show. How is this related to Monet in any way?
Why are we weeping in the crowd? What is going on?
Yeah, there's 2 ladies just going to lose it.
Just her shirt says shampoo mom.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That music sounds like it's not copyrighted.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I love it. Reframe your journey. Because the journey sucks. When they talk about reframing, it's about like looking at a situation from a more positive perspective. And it's like, you cannot look at a piece of shit and say that it's going to be better at a different angle. Like, no, everything's on fire and it's covered in poop. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Allegedly, that's my opinion about what's going on in Monet. Good God.
Just reframe your mindset, DC. It's only a piece of poop because you see a piece of poop.
Okay. I'll work on that right away. Just add it to the list.
This is shampoo. Conference commercial.
What is EDC that is on the top of that little globe thing?
Good question.
Probably
live chat.
It might be a festival. That's my guess.
EDC Las Vegas 2025. It's not even, they're using footage from not something that's related to them. It is literally a festival in Las Vegas. And it happens every year, it looks like.
So why are they using this are they being that lazy? Like, is this a laziness thing? Or is this just a, like, we're just going to throw shit at the wall and see, nobody's going to notice? Like, what is happening?
Oh, is it a bunch of stock Vegas files? You just typed in Vegas to pixels or pixies, whatever the damn. Yeah.
Okay, EDC goes everywhere. It comes to Orlando too. Interesting.
So they're just using content that's not even related to Monet at all.
Yep. Sounds about
I
right.
think maybe they're
Correct.
advertising that their conference is going to be happening when this event's going on, so they don't have to spend any of the money to make something cool, but are people going to be able to access, because it looks very colorful and bright and like stuff's going on. But I think, I don't know, I'll link this in the chat so people can go look at.
It feels like stock footage, but like high quality stock footage.
Yeah. And now we're going to a rave.
That's pretty much EDC.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this is Monet.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see the crowd? That
Yeah.
is not the same room that we just saw.
That's in a club. That is, there's no way.
Yeah.
With the
yeah.
foam and yeah.
For my dog. Campy.
Oh, did they have Katy Perry play?
Katy Perry has performed at MLM events. I just can't remember for who.
Toilet paper? Is that toilet paper?
That indeed is toilet paper, and that's a giant toilet.
What?
I did not even realize it was a toilet until you said that.
Oh,
God.
what is happening?
I hope they paid for this stock footage. I hope they have. I don't know. You can get in big trouble using footage that is somebody else's. Like they're using it here because it's not transformative. They're using it to sell something. Oh God.
Rachel Hollis's sister was married to my first grade teacher's son.
Your connections are out of this world, Jessica.
No one believes me, so what does it matter?
I believe you. Oh my.
I mean, I can prove this shit like the internet, but yeah.
Dude, let me take a screenshot of this because we can put the the owners of Monet on top of the dancer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Monet's going down the crapper.
Yeah.
Let's.
She did a bunch of MLM conferences, and then in her last book talked mad crap about MLMs.
She pretty much called people stupid for joining an MLM.
Yeah.
What a freaking hypocrite to take large amounts of money from an organization that you have ethical differences with, that you can you even have the audacity to make a statement and say oh my God, I hate MLMs, and then you probably took tens of thousands of dollars at multiple events for it.
Plus, all the MLM reps that bought her courses and went to her BS marriage conference. Yeah, her pool was MLM reps.
I love how they had a whole marriage podcast and conference and all that, and then they got divorced.
Yeah.
Rip.
I'm scared. A Monet playground. I'm scared.
Oh God. Is there a pool? Are we gonna get baptisms? What's gonna happen? Because you know how much they do that at conferences. If y'all don't know, there were baptisms happening in a pool that were being shared, a lot of baptisms. I'm not shading Christians. I'm just saying that it is weird to mix a business event and then have surprise religious ties to it, and then put people in a situation that may feel pressured to do something that they may not do if they weren't in that. I'm just,
yeah.
I'm picturing a Monet playground being like beauty parlor with like hair stations. Like that should be a
That'd be
Monet
cool.
playground.
Like you could do the ones where they had like they tie the like different colors in or put the like tinsel in Monet colors, or like that would be a cool playground, or I don't know, like getting a haircut, or I don't know.
But that would require licensed professionals.
If I was at an event for my job and they had people being baptized in a pool, I would probably quit my job.
Complete squirrel trail. Have y'all seen the righteous gemstones?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So the opening scene of episode 1, I'm not even spoiling like anything, so like no spoiler alert needed. But they did baptisms like in a pool at a water park. And then all of a sudden the lights turn on, the music turns on, and it was the wave pool, and all the waves just came crashing while they were doing the baptism.
No.
Wild.
No.
That's all I can think of when like Monate does stuff like this is, let's do it in a wave pool, guys.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Monet, we don't do ordinary.
I
Oh,
got
there's our
them.
pool. Pool
And-
section for baptisms. There we go.
Quadruple
Oh my
the
god.
baptisms, quadruple the fun.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. New accommodations. The stage is waiting for you. And all those who dream bigger, join us as we celebrate a lawsuit. What?
DC, your audio's kind of going quiet and then super
Yeah.
loud.
Okay, sorry. I'm
No, you're
having technical difficulties.
No,
No.
I will not be there. No.
What sucks is like my 5-year goal is to move to Las Vegas. It's like my dream destination. And then I have to deal with this like chicken nuggery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was so strange. Like, is that Monet? Like, I'm going to Monations.com. Did I just waste? No, I saw Monet shit all in there.
It's a travel ad. They did a travel ad. Like, what? Why?
I have to go back to my YouTube history and make sure I downloaded that from Monet. Yeah, that came from Monet Global. So no, that wasn't a user error. That was what Monet put out. So
Odd.
okay, let's narc.
So Savannah, I'm not like a huge fan of the strip, to be honest with you. Like that's not really why I want to go. Like I am a hot weather girly. I hate the cold. Like I'm just in so much pain with the cold. And I also love to like travel and drive. Like I love a good long distance trip. And so I love Arizona, and I've also never been to California, and it's like perfect middle ground. And there's just like a lot more to do than Oklahoma.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So I found this reel and thought this. Oh, it has no sound. Can you read
My
that?
wife is a top producer for the world's leading hair care company. Oh, okay. Did his wife make him that or what?
Apparently, and he wore that all over Monation.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Scentsy used to do something similar where they had like well, it wasn't a Scentsy thing, it was like a approved vendor, but it had security on the front and then it said something on the back. I can't remember, but it was like all the consultants would buy these shirts for their like significant others to wear.
Weird.
Yeah.
I cannot stand a matching outfit. Like, even when I was married, I was just like, no, I refuse to have matching t-shirts. I just can't do it. I just picture like the little old couples that do it and they're adorable, but I'm not at that point yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get that.
I'm so kind of cringed at the thought of us doing a couples costume at Disney next week. Like, not gonna lie, it cringes me to my core, but you know what?
You're gonna have fun. It's all in the
I
name of fun.
couldn't think of anything. When he thought of the husband's costume, so I just piggybacked off of his costume because I had no idea. So here's a quick
So if you've
list
ever hoped to be
of our favorite person ever, Mr. Eric Worre, who also lives in Vegas. So I'm surprised he traveled to Orlando for an event.
I am too. I wonder how much he got paid to talk here.
Yeah, because you rarely see him talking outside of Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where his studio is, and he usually flies people into his studio.
Yeah. So I found it interesting that he was at Monation. So let's listen to 40 seconds of the typical Eric Worre bullshit, toxic positivity fuckery.
Can I just say, like, he is the perfect representation of Monate. Like, yeah, let's get, the one with the least amount of hair to sell shampoo.
I mean, maybe he
Hey,
uses it on his goatee. We don't, he
True.
it
at
just
least he
shows.
showed up with some hair. At least he showed up with some hair, I don't
Right.
think their marketing team really gets it at Monate at all.
No, especially with the lawsuits. Like, wouldn't you want like Fabio or something?
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah. You wouldn't want anything to associate or to build on either like the rumors or the ideas or the information that people are losing their hair but when they use the Monate product or they have so when they like whatever people have heard, then they see this guy on stage talking, it doesn't really get rid of like those ideas that have been planted or that people pick up along the way. So it's they miss the mark again.
And like, I'm not saying anything about his looks. Like,
Yeah,
his
for
looks
sure.
are totally fine. Like, I love a good bald man, not just him. Like, not him. Ew. But it's more of like a correlation kind of thing. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is like when you bring in a company to try to save somebody's image. Young Living did it. They're really expensive. They're like I don't remember what they're called, but they cost a shit ton of money and they come in and they save your reputation. And it is important to like again, okay. When McDonald's had that lawsuit with the lady who spilled coffee on herself and they made her seem like the villain when she was an older lady and she ended up getting 3rd-degree burns like on her body and she was in the hospital and the way that McDonald's kind of pushed that story down was impressive in a marketing stance. It was unimpressive and unethical in an ethical way, because when you hear the actual lawsuit and what happened, public relations firm, you see how masterful McDonald's was when they were at fault and she wasn't, but people think that she was the villain in this situation. So that's what these emergency public relations firms do, and Monate doesn't seem to have one because they keep doing these big stumbles
Well,
at their
like,
conferences.
no one ever talks about that case that, like, for weeks or months, people complained about the coffee. It wasn't just that one incident. It was they were they were aware of the issue for a period of time before that incident.
Yep.
And to have these PR and crisis companies, a lot of the reputable ones, you have to pay them a monthly fee, a retainer fee that you may never need them. I have dealt with a couple of them in my past lives. You pay this ridiculous fee and hopes you never have to use them, but if you have to use them, they're there. And so companies that are in these negative, that have this negative press, they spend a lot of money, to DC's point, on these companies to come in and clean up. And then, a lot of times they stay on retainer because once people know something once, they want to keep looking back, and it's not cheap. They probably don't have the money for it.
That seems like that could be a possibility for sure.
So if you've ever hoped to be in the right place at the right time...
Never heard him say that before.
You're there.
Yeah, you say that to every group, my dude.
You're there in that moment. You're in the right place at the right time. But it's not enough to be in the right place at the right time. You have to take the right action.
You have to sell your soul.
That's victim blaming.
It is.
And you have to give your credit card. Your soul and your credit card.
Yep.
And 5 of your references at least.
And your social media.
Yep.
Don't forget that too, because you're going to be screwed when you try to leave.
Yeah.
Julie
Joe did a live stream a few days ago, or maybe my time's kind of mixed up right now, but she was showing somebody who had just switched companies to Lab, and her former company, I think, wiped out her Facebook page, because when you sign that fun little contract that you didn't read when you joined your MLM, it tells you that they own your social media and any content or whatever that you put out is theirs. So I think that she got hers wiped out by her company because they didn't want her cross-recruiting over to Lab.
Our buddy Tracy Woodwolf is fighting for Mossy or whatever company she just left, because that's in their terms and conditions too. So our buddy Tracy was fighting her company that she was trying to leave recently.
God, listen, I'm just going to say this one little thing. If you're thinking about joining an MLM, please read the contract, then sleep on it for 24 hours, then read it again, because it is the things in there are super important, and especially they become important when you end up losing all of your contacts at the end of your relationship with that company.
And sometimes you have to go digging just to find it. It may be like a tiny little checkbox that says, I have agreed to the policies and procedures, terms and conditions, blah, 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 whatever. And it's not just like, oh, I'll pull it up. They bury it intentionally because they don't want people to read it.
Yep.
My upline used to say things like, "You're so smart, you actually read the policies and procedures."
Yeah. And if you're one of those MLM people, like, that you end up reading, like Jessica read stuff and I read stuff, and I tried to tell my upline, "You cannot do this, you're violating your contract with Young Living." They did not give a shit because
No.
it interfered with their ability to recruit people. And I'm not saying that's everybody, but you're gonna run into that more often than not because they're gonna say, "This makes it too difficult to sign people up when I can't make these claims." Well, guess what? You can get fined by the FTC. So I mean, play at your own risk, I guess.
Yeah.
Do things that other people are not willing to do. You got to take actions other people are not willing to take.
This is what we see all the time. They move the goalposts. Like, they say all the time, "You gotta show up to go up, show up to go up." And you show up, and they're like, "Oh, no, 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 you have to, like, you gotta actually act on things." Like, no shit, Sherlock, but why did you spend months telling me I just needed to show up when that's not the case?
Yeah.
You got to take risks other people are not willing to make. You got to talk when other people stay quiet. You got to do things when you don't feel like it, when nobody's
It's the same shit he says to everyone. Why
Yeah.
are we still paying this man to say the same shit?
Yeah. And the thing is, he's saying things like, you have to do things that other people are not willing to do, and you have to do things when you don't feel like doing it. But that is a tactic in mind control situations. I know that sounds weird if you've never talked about it, where they're telling you to quiet your gut and ignore your body and do something anyways. And if you continue to do that and silence your like intuitions about things, you can end up getting stuck in a high control group or another bad situation. Like, I was obviously stuck in 2 MLMs for a really long time, and I was exposed to tactics like this. Just keep going. Just do the work. I was doing 40 plus hours of work a week, fine. Not and I was getting it's 100% commission based only in multi-level marketing, and if you recruit people, then you get commission off of their orders, but it it's really twisty, in my opinion, in MLM.
You can't take time off. You can't take sick time. You can't take we see it again, I reference BP because it's my obsession and my hyperfixation. I'm not sorry. But, people who are sick and they're still on live, or people who have babies and their babies are, super young and they're like, "Well, I'm not going to take time off." And time freedom does not exist. Time freedom does not exist.
There was one not too long ago who had COVID and was like packaging
Yes.
orders.
Yes.
I found multiple reels of reps walking the Monation stage with their babies in their arms.
Oh, I'm sure.
Freaking wild.
They do it at Sensi too. I know people who have done it, and it's like, I'm sorry, I don't. No, just no. It's a no for me.
Yeah, is this live Eric or AI Eric?
No one can tell anymore.
Oh, geez.
watching. You got to do the thing that other people are not willing to do, and that's going to separate you from the rest of the crowd.
Is that going to make us money? Is that going to help people make a profit? Is that going to help people, I don't know, not continue to buy inventory so they make their upline happy and then they don't actually end up selling stuff? Like, be more clear, except he's not ever going to be clear because he makes money on confusion, in my opinion. A lot of these inspirational MLM speakers do that to keep you motivated, to keep you in, to keep you paying in, even when you're not making money, when you're losing money.
Well, also, So if he talked about Monet specifically, he would have to come up with new speeches for every company he talks to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a reason why these speeches are so vague. It's because you're gonna, rope a lot of more people in when it can apply to everyone in the room.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not gonna tell you, like, actual sales techniques or how to properly market the product. It's just, here's some feel-good fluffery,
Yes.
Eh
Keynotes were always like make you feel good people, which is great. And celebrating other people's wins is great. But it's like, how does that make me want to work smarter, harder, faster, do better? Okay, this person has climbed Mount Everest. That's great. But I
How
want
do
to
you
know
do
how.
it?
Yeah, tell me how.
How you eat, how do you train, how do you keep your body healthy, how do you again, mindset is important when you're doing difficult things like that, but it's in the whole ecosystem of sleep and nutrition and hydration and stress management and mobility. Like, it's a whole thing, and it's like, how do we learn those things? When you transfer it to sales, how are we going to sell this shampoo? Or, okay, there's lots of people who are upset about the shampoo allegedly doing stuff and making people's hair fall out. That makes it really difficult for me to sell the product. What do I do, upline? How do I sell this product now? Oh, you're in the wrong mindset. You're just a hater. You're believing the people who hate the product already. But it's like, it's a real obstacle that real independent contractors at Monet have to overcome, but they don't ever get taught how to do that.
Interesting. I have another Eric Worre video, just a 10-second clip, which I found hilarious. Then I have a 90-minute clip of someone who just came back from Monation, I assume, talking about why you shouldn't listen to the naysayers.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Okay, so this is just interesting. We're not shaming anyone that this situation applies to. Just Eric's reaction just amused me, so.
You take the skills that you develop someplace else and you can apply them. You could build a team.
Hold on.
You could have
Hold
a
on.
community.
Does that thing behind him really say Eric Worre Day?
Yeah.
Like, is this a day that we're now going to be required to see on the calendar? Or is I think it just needs to stay on the MLM calendars. Like, this is not a national holiday. Like, why does this man have a day?
It's wild. It's so egotistical. I can't.
He doesn't have his tattoo here.
No, he does. He does.
It's on the
his
other arm.
Oh, it's on the outside. Okay, y'all right. Y'all right.
Oh, this isn't what I thought it was.
You take the skills that you develop someplace else and you can apply them. You could build a team. You could have a community.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't what I thought it was. But you know what? I'm down with you, Mr. Warrior. Let's listen to why we shouldn't listen to the haters.
And this is just a reminder, too, that good opportunities, good businesses can stand up to scrutiny. And if you are running into somebody, an upline or somebody who's trying to recruit you into a multi-level marketing company and they get offended when you ask questions, that is a red flag. Because you should be able to go through a vetting process of some sort, and it should be able to stand on its own. And if it can't take criticism, there's something wrong.
Okay, I found the clip I thought I was showing, and it's only 5 seconds. He asked, what is your background?
What's your background, for example? What's your background? An ex-felon?
Is KR in the room with us?
Oh, God.
Nope.
And he's gonna shame.
Not
He's
prove
gonna
it.
shame the person, I'm guessing, for having.
that's all I saw of that clip. I just thought his initial reaction was yeah.
He was shocked,
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
not expecting that. So we're not shaming anyone with
No.
a felony. We're laughing at Eric Worre's reaction to being shocked by that.
Yes. Absolutely.
That was
But
the best gotcha from a man that likes to be the one that does the gotcha. So seeing
got
it in the yeah, he got.
he got.
Here's like the shitty part though, because like if you have a felony, you can't get a lot of jobs, you know, like
Right.
that'll hinder you from a
Yeah.
lot of jobs. So of course you're gonna have ex-felons in multi-level marketing companies when all you need is a credit card and a social security number.
Yeah. And there's a lot of
Exactly.
money involved, like in the probation process after you get out of prison or jail. Like it's very expensive. And so to trap people in that and not make it accessible for them to be able to find work. Yeah, I understand there's a risk there, but you're also putting somebody in a crisis situation because they need money to either have their ankle monitoring or to do all this other stuff. I don't know all the pricing, but like it's not cheap. And then to not be able to find work because you're a felon it's wild to me that that's there, and it probably pushes people into making decisions that where they have to make money, and it might not be in the legal way to do that, but you're pushed to do something. And so I just sorry, soapbox down. It's wild. And then for Eric to do that, it's just ugh.
Okay, so this I found under the hashtag Monation. So I assume, yeah, her filter is all fudged up. Like,
I was wondering, I was like, is that unique? Is that
I think
it definitely looks like a filter now that you say it.
Yeah.
Like an eyelash filter or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not like directly on her lash line. Like you can tell on the right eye, it's like in her pupil.
Yeah. Let me ask a question real quick. And I know we don't do ad hominem. I'm not talking about that with her. If you're in a hair care company that sells makeup, that does all this other stuff, and you're doing kind of a crisis management live stream where you're saying don't believe the haters, all this other stuff, and you show up with questionable hair
filter
and a filter it gives people speed bumps to listen to you. And I'm not saying like, oh, of course, like I just washed my hair. I'm not selling Monate. I'm not selling a hair care whatever company. When I was in a makeup multi-level marketing company, I showed up with my hair done and my face done when I was doing people's like beauty shit because I was selling the product, so I needed to wear the product. So I'm from a marketing standpoint, I'm talking about the speed bumps it gives. And I know there's this idea that you can just show up and be yourself or whatever. I understand that. But Monate has given all of their reps so many issues to speak on their behalf for the shampoo issues, the changing of the ingredients, the lawsuits, everything. Why not show up and represent like the awesome hair products you sell allegedly and the awesome skincare products you sell? Like, why do we have a filter on? I'm confused from a marketing perspective why you're doing that.
To your point, DC, like I worked at 2 different stores that sold makeup. I worked at the Body Shop, which is also an MLM, but I worked at the actual shop in the mall. And we had to wear 5 pieces of makeup there because they were more natural. So like you could just do like foundation, mascara, stuff like that, but you had to at least wear something. And then I worked at Ulta and we had to wear a full beat. Like,
Mhm.
if your makeup wasn't done, like, as a manager, I would have to send you into the shop to do your makeup before you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like you're selling products from the store. It makes sense that you need to represent what, like, if you work at Adidas, you probably need to wear Adidas clothing. And if you show up in Nike clothing, somebody's gonna get in trouble.
You cannot wear
Mm-mm.
Adidas on the
Mm-mm.
Nike campus. You
No.
cannot do that. Like,
I think
Yeah.
it's like a lot of brands do that. Like I think Lululemon is probably the same. Like you can't wear
Old Navy, too.
non-Lulu, like
yeah.
shoes are different. Like and
Yeah.
but they're very brand specific. If you're working for a brand, you're working for the brand.
And
Yeah.
here's another
And how
point.
easy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm good.
So here's another point. When you work at these stores and they may not require you to wear it, but they do require you, but either way, they give you a store discount. These
Mm.
MLMs, like, you get a store discount only if you buy in. So you're still spending money to get a discount.
Yeah.
It's not really a discount at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I need to press
Mhm.
the right button.
I'm going to go off camera for just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
The question of the night is, why are hairdressers the last to join the Monet global empire?
Floof in the background.
I saw that too.
Oh, I did it.
Why are we
Right
so
there.
fixed?
Two of them.
that-
Wow.
Three.
I see 3.
Mhm.
3. Oh my God. We're distracted. I'm distracted.
Can't be good, that it's not beneficial, and that it's a marketing scheme. Well, I have
It's not a marketing scheme. It's a multi-level marketing scheme. Like, they say words we say and put them in different order and change the meaning and then say that's our argument.
She could have done this talk, started out like this, been doing her hair while she was talking, and she could have been layering. I'm not trying to make MLMs better, but in terms of a sales perspective, and Wendy can chime in when she comes back, but she could start like this and be doing her hair and using the products and not talking about the products, but she could be overcoming the objections as she's making her hair look great. If you can even do that with Monet, I'm being sarcastic, but you can be smart with your time that you are spending in your company, and this is missing the mark for me from an effective sales pitch.
Yeah, and when I have worked for large, like, multi-billion-dollar companies, and there was something off, like, let's say there was like a lawsuit or a settlement, or let's say a security issue, for example, corporate would send you like answers on like how to answer those kinds of questions.
Mm.
Like, they are very strict on what you can and cannot say. And so for these reps to come on camera and say whatever they want, there's no control whatsoever. And I'm not saying like, we should all say the same thing, but there comes a point where the company has to protect itself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so how are they doing that if the reps are saying whatever they want?
Good question.
I have to tell you, I didn't know about Monet, didn't understand about Monet until you come to a place where you need something else for you. You've tried everything.
It's shampoo. It's not that complicated. Does it clean your hair or not? Like, am I missing something because I'm not a girly girl?
I think some people's hair textures are difficult. Like Like some people want volume, some people want to figure out how to not get breakage. Like there's some people genetically, they're like, I've got a shit ton of hair. It's not like I didn't choose that. It's just I've got a lot of it and I keep it relatively healthy because I don't put a lot of heat on it. But some people, like their hair is more sensitive. They're going to color it. They're going to whatever. And so they're a little bit lost in how much conditioner do I use? When do I do a deep conditioning? How do I keep it like whatever healthy? And how do I even like people want to be able to do stuff with it? And so I think a lot of people are lost and they end up thinking that the answers are with somebody where they have to spend $100+ a month being a member and ordering products they don't need when you can get free advice from, there's a really great lady, I can't remember her name on YouTube, but
Abby Young.
Yes. Abby Young has great advice and she gives drugstore options too. She's not shilling the expensive stuff just to shill it like Monat's doing, in my opinion. So
yeah, my hairstylist is wonderful. Like she works with me and she taught me how to take care of my curls. And she's like, you know, if you can't afford this product, and this product, you know, get this kind of oil, get this kind of conditioner. Like she's teaching me how to read the labels and how to match the products for my hair versus, oh, just buy the shampoo. It's good for all hair types. There are so many variations of hair, you know, from texture to fine to, you know, color to whatever. There's so many different kinds. You can't just have like a one shampoo fits all solution.
right.
Okay. But you don't need one
Sure.
No, like I'm
Absolutely
using
not.
conditioner from the Dollar Tree right now. Like
Yeah.
I've been in the hair industry for over 30 years. I've tried a little bit of everything.
You
See that? Like, here's the issue.
better.
Yes. That's the thing. It's like it's a speed bump for people. I've been in the hair industry for over 30 years, and you show up on camera like you don't know what you're doing because your hair doesn't match what you just said. So I'm not saying that she's not that. I'm saying the people who are new who find her stuff, it's just like it's hard for them to process that because her hair looks like it does, and she's in a hair company and she's in the hair industry, and we're confused.
Well, if they false claim I believe it's considered a logic fallacy, but she's presenting herself to have more authority over the issue than she really does. She's misusing her authority in this situation. She's saying, oh, I've been in this industry 30 years, therefore I know everything.
Yeah.
And that even is like, to further your point, Lushy, it's like 30 years in the industry. You could be a receptionist for 30 years in the industry. Like,
Yeah.
again, what is the qualifying factor of, and I'm not saying she's qualified to make these claims, but it's like by being so vague, it doesn't help people who should be getting truthful information. It just makes it that much more gray and murky.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, until you try it, do the work for yourself and don't listen to what the negative people say on Google or word of mouth. Because
She's not going to say YouTube because people are going to go search for negative Monate, whatever. What is going on with Monate on YouTube? She's not going to say that there's a bunch of stuff going down, even though YouTube videos are searchable on Google. So that's fun to remember that for your descriptions because that's always a good time.
Too bad Google owns YouTube and like it just shows all up on Google.
Yeah. Yep.
I buy Costco.
Oops, sorry. Oh! Backseat driving over here. My bad. I do that in real life. Whoops.
it is very, very powerful stuff.
She That's an Aussie.
Yeah, it looks like a mini Aussie too. They're
They're
expensive dogs.
so cute. Though.
They're adorable.
I worked with a professor that had a mini Aussie. Oh, love that thing.
It is very, very powerful stuff.
I don't want powerful shampoo. That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah. Especially like I have my hair colored, obviously.
Yep.
And the more powerful, the more it's going to strip your hair.
Yeah.
That and having like really curly, like textured hair, like it's just going to be a frizz ball.
yeah.
love, love, love it. It's essential oils, botanical oils.
I've used the Monate Black shampoo. It is strong. That had like peppermint, whatever. It had mint
Oh,
essential
no.
oil in it.
Oh.
Burned. It was like it was so strong on my scalp, like it irritated the shit out of my scalp. And I'm not saying it does that for everyone. I'm saying it is very concentrated. I used it back in 2018. And it's very, 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 very concentrated. I would be nervous if you have sensitive skin like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I used tea tree oil shampoo once by mistake, and
Whoops.
oh,
Rip.
Oh.
it was awful.
Yeah.
Like I hate the feeling of like anything menthol on my skin.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like,
the
is my hair
worst.
falling out right now? Like, is my scalp on fire? Like, what is going on? We're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from way back when. I actually call the rejuvenate oil the ester oil, meaning that before
What?
ester could go.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Oh my God. Stop it
What?
right now.
What is she saying? I'm confused.
She's making a biblical reference
Yes.
about
Okay.
Esther from the Bible. If you don't know the story of Esther, you can Google it. It's, oh God.
I assume it has to do with oil, but we're not going to there.
I think DC is regretting her decision to join us tonight.
She's like, I'm done. I'm peace, bitches. It's very-
Oh. You know, the thing is, I always get surprised with the fuckery that happens in these videos. That you're like, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this biblical tie, and someone making a claim that a freaking multi-level marketing product is like something that you have to read what Esther's about on Google because it's gonna make it even twistier what she's saying. It's just
So we bring you a ranch bottle,
yes.
𝐔𝐄 𝐃, and now we're
𝐔𝐄
bringing
𝐃.
you. And now we're bringing you ester oil.
Oh God.
It's,
Oh.
you never know what you're gonna get with the three of us.
No.
A lot of laughs and a lot of surprises.
Before the king, she had to be prepped
Boy,
for 12 months.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you Esther's story. So the king's looking for whatever a bride, and it has a group of people that have go through a year of treatments to make them beautiful or whatever, or ready for a king. And then he test drives everyone, and then he test drives Esther, and then he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be the the queen for me." That's what happens essentially. That's like the snark note. So I'm raging a little bit because of the process when you go look at the contextual, like what happens back then. It was very demeaning, derogatory towards women, and it's like he's like being so excited about comparing Rejuvenate to whatever the oil is that she was applied to her body for a year or whatever before he went off and married the king or whatever. And it's like, it wasn't just her. There was a whole group of them that he was trying to figure out who was going to be his queen or whatever. So, okay.
It's the religious manipulation for me.
Yeah. I'll push play. Sorry.
There you go.
All of those oils came from nothing other than the earth of what God prepared. So what I'm trying to tell you is, instead of listening to negative
Doesn't
What's
everything come
Rejuvenate?
from the earth? Like, are we getting asteroids?
Good question. Good question. I'm trying to see what's actually in. Yeah, but yeah, everything comes from the Earth.
And there's also all kinds of other things that come from the earth that we don't necessarily need or want on our hair and skin. So just because it's from the earth does not mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of poisonous shit out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna load up the ingredient list so everybody can see it real quick. Delete. Too many overlays. Let's see. Screenshot. We've gone on a squirrel trail, Jessica.
Hi, Sparrow.
Oh, here's the ingredient list for Rejuvenate. If I don't butcher this, it's a lot of ingredients.
Tomato seed oil.
Yep, carrot seed oil, which is cheap as hell. Lemon peel oil is cheap as hell. Lime is cheap. This is $105 product for how many ounces is this? 6? No. How many ounces is it? Sorry, it's 1 ounce. $105 for 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
Coconut oil, cheap as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not good for your skin. Why is it $105?
Coconut oil can be an irritant to some people.
Oh, love that. Love that. So, if y'all want to screenshot this for later, this is all the ingredients in.
Hi, Griffin.
Aw.
Hi, Griffin.
Hi, Griffin. Oh, good. I'm allergic to it.
Yep.
Hi, Sparrow. Oh, my goodness.
$100 an ounce. That's a lot of money for an ounce.
Yeah, and coconut oil is highly comedogenic.
Mm-hmm.
That means like that means it like clogs your pores, right? Or that. So
and
that's
like,
fun for your scalp.
The limonene and what was it, linalool or whatever? I know those are also. Yeah, those can be irritating. Like I know that like cannabis has a limonene terpene profile. That's pretty.
Linalool is like an emulsifier, so like it's in a lot of lip balms, for example.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's so expensive, and I'm not the best at. I know pricing in terms of some of the cheaper stuff that's in there. I'm not saying that everything has to be cheap. I understand people have to make a profit. The way that multi-level marketing companies work, though, you buy something and all of your uplines get paid based off of the compensation model. So you never have to wait to sell something, then submit your sales so that your upline can get paid. Once they can convince you to press the purchase button on the website, everybody above you gets paid. However, you fall in that tree. So it's not. The price is that high to make sure that the company gets paid and all of the other commissions have to go out too. So it might be a lot cheaper to make, but because it's an MLM, it's overpriced, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get like a better oil for cheaper.
Yeah.
Reviews, try it for yourself. I would never thought that I would be doing reels.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's all that I had downloaded. Wah, wah, wah. I should have watched it all, but you know what? That's how she uploaded it. Let's go back to Monations and see the culty crap.
Hey guys, so, I love you all in a non-culty way. I'm not doing the best, so I'm gonna pop out. But it was really good to see everybody in the chat. It was really good to have some laughs and spend time with Jessica and Wendy and Jen. And I will be lurking in the chat. I'm having some struggles. So
and like probably after this, or we can probably end just now because
you should watch this. You should watch this. I'm good.
This
I'm good.
Sound, but okay,
bye. Like DC, go take care of
yourself.
Okay, bye.
I mean, I need to go to the husband actually gets off of work at 5 these days.
Oh, is a Tuesday an office day?
It was today and yesterday. So yeah, he got home like an hour ago. I'm like, I'm the worst wife ever. You're gone all day, then 15 minutes before you get home, live stream.
You're not the worst.
What?
We're almost done. It's all good.
Yeah, this has no sound. I just thought it was kind of culty how they put all these $1 million earners on display, essentially.
Cincy does that too, and they make these big banners of these people who are the superstar directors, the top earners.
That was
And
Julie Stevens, the one before her.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, squirrel. Moment.
You're fine. But that's the thing is like once you hit a certain level at these MLMs, then you get these like this recognition of like your face on a big ass picture. I'm sorry. The only like big ass picture of me that I want is like one of our wedding photos or a picture that has like means something to me. I don't care about my picture that's as big as me, like in a conference center. Like, who cares?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why a bunch of these download it without sound.
I
Like,
have to show live chat. I have to show y'all what I'm working on because if you can see my shelf right here, like my skull that I did my rhinestones on. So I found this and I rhinestoned it. Poor Emmett's like, is there anything left that you haven't rhinestoned? And I'm like, lots of things. So I got this little guy, right?
Oh, I love that.
And so I'm going to, it's not painted in this top part, but I'm going to have it, like I'm going to have it open like this, and I'm going to make a clay skeleton hand holding it open.
I can't wait to see that.
So this like being on leave and dealing with all this medical stuff really sucks, but at the same time, I'm like, I get to do fun crafts that make me happy and reduce my stress. So I'm like, I might as well do something like good with my time. So it's now it's just little boxes and rhinestones that make me happy.
I love that for you so much.
all right.
Oh, and I have a planchette. I haven't done anything with this yet.
Ooh, that'll be a good one too.
Yeah, and then I've just got like other random little things, and it's like I got this little dude, and I'm working on like putting rhinestones on both sides, and I'm rhinestoning and being stoned. Stoning while stoned. Living my best life.
Literally rhinestoning.
I can't drive anywhere, so I might as well make the best use of my time.
There you go.
Hey, whatever works. I just have a bunch of like random clips of them doing culty shit. I mean, that's what this entire video has been. So I'm just trying to find what I want.
Oh, Laura.
What?
Laura's comment. I know that building did an enthusiastic kick and lost my flat on that long ass hallway of white women. That sucks.
Where the fuck is this video? I don't know. What's this? We'll just open a random video. No, that I don't know what's happening in that video. They're like, that one had no sound.
Lanya, send me a picture of your skull on Instagram. Send it to my Instagram. I want to see it. You don't have to. That's me asking in a way of like, do this now. But I'm really asking. If you don't want to share, you don't have to send it to me on Instagram. But I love to see other people's crafty things. So
this is someone's day 2 like recap reel with generic music behind it. So we'll mute it because I can't. and will react. Like, there's no one there.
No, it is so empty. That's what I was saying earlier.
10 years in match. Okay, so they all got these swag bags, but like, I cannot find a video that showed you what was actually in the bag, like
Mhm.
products and money gear, it looks like.
Yeah.
Do they really bring in they really
my
have a
God.
car there? Stop.
That's tacky.
Do you think it comes from a dealership or
It has to.
someone local?
It has to be an agreement with the dealership. I'm guessing they rented it for the period of time, whatever. That's my guess. I have no proof of that, but any car
They
dealership is gonna want money. Like
they brought in food trucks.
that I'm sure the reps had to pay for.
Oh yeah.
Photo op. Look how empty that room was. I mean, okay.
She was probably the first one there.
Yeah.
But there's someone on
There's-
stage. Right? Unless
It may have
they're
been they may have been practicing, but still, it's like that's a huge room.
Yeah.
It worried
Like that doesn't look like they're busy at
There's
all.
empty seats. There's a lot of empty
Uh-huh.
seats.
Yeah. Let's see what other random. That's Eric Worre. Don't want him.
Oh.
Here's the stage thing. Oh, this has no sound. But it's just like, is this Sensi or is this Monet? Oh, see the baby.
The baby.
The baby. It's like every MLM conferences.
But that's what they do is like the
Mm.
stage walks. And it's like you walk if you've been in for 5 years, you walk if you've been in for 10 years, you walk if you've been in for it's like there I swear one whole like part of the day is just people walking across stage in like long ass lines and their names scrolling behind them in the back. Like I'm all
Yeah.
for celebrating people's wins. Like don't get me wrong, but at some point in time it's like show the names on screen, everybody stands up, gives a wave, and sits down. Like, it
Yeah.
just takes hours and hours of sitting, and it's like, you feel like you have to be there.
But I feel like they're constantly publishing these names, whether it's on boards in the groups or
Mhm.
at conferences or like pyramids would mail out like magazines full of everyone's like what they sold that year. Like they would send you an entire magazine with one's name in it and how much they bought that year.
That's wild. That's just
I-
unnecessary.
I really wish I kept one to show because I feel like that would be insane to show on a stream.
Because you know you're gonna have some people who that's their motivation is they are motivated by being an award earner or a top earner or being in the magazine. And it's like it all goes back to there's competition everywhere and it's not a family, it's not an environment of like everybody loves everybody and holding hands and singing kumbaya and getting baptized in pools, and it's what they're saying and what they're doing are completely different things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you you need to wake up and open your eyes. And if you can't see that yet, now may not be the time that you're ready to exit. But it's, to me, it's like once you start to see that like what they're saying and what they're doing don't match up, and you start to have that awakening, for me, that was the most impact. Like I had the most impact with that of like, they're saying this, but they're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's just the same walk we see at every conference. Remove.
And then everybody
Please.
walks around with their phones because they're doing like live streaming while they're walking across the stage. So everybody's got their phone in their hand. And it's like, this could all be sent in an email.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. One more, or yeah, we can watch a quick. Let's see. 19. What is this? I know sound. Oh no, that has a song. That's Eric Worre being surprised. Oh, that clip is amazing. What's this 7 minute second? We'll just look at some cheering gals. Oh, they're on stage for what? Oh, they're doing a walk of some sort, I assume, and they're on stage trying, like, freaking out because I assume that's the CEO.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see one of the Urdanettas, like the one in the
Yeah,
tan suit. I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember if it's Ray or Louise. I get them confused all the time.
And then they start chanting, like, that
In
is not.
Spanish, chanting in Spanish.
So
They're
Oh,
chanting
that
in
means
Spanish.
yes, I can.
okay, I found a lot of Spanish content with Monation this year. Like, it's clear from what I gathered that they are shifting towards more of a Hispanic demographic they're targeting, which we've been saying that for years, but it's really finally showing. Oh,
Mhm.
here, yeah. Well, we're at an hour, almost, hour and a half almost. Should we call it quits or show like one more quick clip?
I'm good for one last one.
I'm good for a
and
short
then-
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll be back Thursday. What are we doing Thursday, friends? Do we know?
No idea yet.
I have no idea.
It's usually we're talking and Lushy's like, we're gonna do this, and me and Wendy are like, cool. I feel like that's what happens.
No, what happens is I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And then at the last minute, I come up with something amazing. I don't know how
Works
to do
best
it.
under pressure.
Yep.
You have no clue. Like, I bought a house and graduated college at the same time. So I was going from like finals to inspections on my house.
Oh wow.
So yeah. And we closed late. So I didn't get to host a graduation party in my new house. Cause
Oh.
wah, wah, wah.
You can have my graduation party. You can have my graduation party at your house. Just kidding.
I've had graduation parties since it. I will host yours. I don't know what's happening here. Just Monate team, cult team.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
What was the point of posting that, like, FOMO?
It's like, look at all my friends. Yay.
I thought about it, I don't know, when one of my random like moments of thinking about things. And it was like being at convention was very much a like, you want to be here because it's so great and so fun, but it's really not great and fun because all you're doing is making content or all you're doing is taking pictures. You're not, or if you're not doing that and you're engaging with your friends and like hanging out with people that you haven't seen, you're not making content. And so it's like just a whirlwind of like chaos. And now that I look back on it, I was like, how cringy is that? Nobody wanted to be at a reunion with you, fool. What are you doing? Like, no one is jealous of you being in Kansas City. Like, for real.
Right.
No. Well, we have shit to do. We are busy people. So that's not all we got. There's a lot of Monation fuckery out there. Lots of cringe ass shit. Like, but I think we've seen enough. Don't join the MLM. Don't go to the conferences.
And read policies and procedures before you sign up for anything.
Okay. Well, it's been real. It's been fun.
We will see everyone Thursday for Be Dummy.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know what we're doing, but we'll figure it out.
We'll be
we
here.
always do. And that will be my last stream for a while because I will be out of town. I will be at Disneyland in a week.
Just rub it in. It's fine.
That's so exciting. Hey, you're going on vacation soon too.
I know.
I know. Yeah, but you won't be going to Disneyland with Val and Gus.
No, I won't.
That's Wednesday though that I'm meeting Val and Gus at Disney. So
Nice.
my bad. 2 days at Disney. I had to hang out with the clowns.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, that's
their
worth a day
fault.
by itself.
Oh,
I know,
definitely.
I'm so excited. Okay, it's been real. It's been fun. Goodbye.
Night.
Bye.
Night.